as rural communities struggle in severe drought conditions, one charity is doing what it can to make a difference. Drought Angels began in Queensland in the town of Chinchilla and it provides help and relief for farmers nationwide. Its director, Jennifer Gailey, joins us now. Jenny, good morning to you. This is an absolutely fantastic initiative. Tell us from the beginning how it started.
Good morning. Hi. Drought Angels started 5.5 years ago when two friends were working in a local coffee shop and they were starting to hear stories about what was happening out in the rural towns and out on the land. And there was one particular story that really hit close to home and really made the girls stand up and want to take action. So they'd actually heard about a farmer who had tried to offload his cattle because, he had no way of feeding them. So he contacted the cattle, the transport company. The driver came and basically said, I'm really sorry, mate, the cattle are too poor to travel. And he left, obviously with no one on board. The farmer then actually went out to the paddock. He had to put down all of his stock. So he shot all of his cattle. He then shot all of his working dogs. And then unfortunately, he shot himself. So that story really hit home to the girls and they just felt as though they had to do something. And that was 5.5 years ago. And they thought that they were just going to be doing something for 3 to 6 months. The rains would come and everything would be great again. And 5.5 years down the track, we're still there. We're still trying to do as much as we can. And it's getting worse.
That is a heartbreaking story. Little question of that. The work you're doing is so important. How do you direct the support to the country areas?
So we have a registration process. So any farmer can go online and they can register through our website for assistance. And if they don't know how to navigate the website, or if they just need to pick up at the phone and give us a call, and one of our beautiful girls will talk them through it and help them through the process. And then what we do is we've actually moved from sending out stock feed and that type of thing, because we can actually, through our prepaid visa system, we can actually get support to them a lot quicker and a lot more effectively, and they can actually then direct those funds, that financial assistance, to where they need to get it to the most.
Because often we hear that farmers are too proud to accept money, but you have a system which is called Dobb in a farmer. I love that. Tell us about that.
In the nicest possible way, yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
So on our website, when you go in, there's actually a section there where you can actually just say that you're filling it out on behalf of someone. So you can actually sit beside them and help them fill out the form. We just say to them, as long as you have permission from the farmer to give us their phone number, we will contact them. So it just breaks down that barrier just a little bit more. So, because they're very, very proud. We have over 4,000 farmers registered on our books now, and I can tell you we have heard 4,000 times Joe Bloggs next door is doing it worse off than me.
Tell us about
So they're always thinking about others.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're just incredible. Tell us about the statistics, Jenny, because in the space of 1 year you had 100 farmers and $488,000 raised. Tell us about the extraordinary jump in the space of a year.
Oh, it has been the most incredible outpouring of support from the Australian public and corporate sectors in every aspect. So, as you said, we went from 100 farmers where we knew them all personally, we do face-to-face contact with them, and now we have 4,000. At the moment, our statistics are roughly about 70% of those are in New South Wales and 30% over Queensland and other states, because the drought it's a bit like a cancer. It's spreading across the entire country now because there's just been no rain. And so we then, in 2018, we had raised $488,000 for our farmers. And because of the generosity and the intense support, we have actually raised just over $11 million for our farmers.
That's fantastic.
Which is a phenomenal figure.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And on a lighter note, but brighter note, I love the shirt, I love the logo. And you mentioned that a lot of corporate Australia, it's fantastic. A lot of corporate Australia has got behind it. I was flicking through your website, and it's great to see. We are a generous nation.
Oh, honestly, I really believe that the Australian public are going to save our farmers because they just want to get their messages out that they're not forgotten. We get kids writing letters, we get people doing fundraisers all over the place, and some of the crazy ideas that they come up with. It's just, people's imaginations is incredible. And we actually share all of those stories with our farmers. We put letters in the thank you hamper packs that we do up for them. So they're getting the messages from the public as well, which is really uplifting for them. And we get notes back from them every day saying, oh, can you please pass on our thanks to, it might be, Johnny from a school for his special note, or we had, the staff from Forex got all their Forex, they do it like a point system, and they put them all together, and we got 153 cartons of beer delivered, and they're all going out to our farmers with a special note on the box. And, I'd love to take a photo of the farmer's face when they see that, because it's like, oh my God, really?
Can you do that for us? Can you take a few happy snaps and send them to us? Because we'll show them. That'd be great.
Oh, Jenny, we can see the passion in your...
They're such a proud...
We can see it in your face.
They're such a proud people, and it's really hard to share their story and to get them on TV and on the radio. They're very, very proud. So that's our biggest struggle, is sharing those stories and sharing those moments that we get to have with them. And there's lots of tears and there's lots of heartbreak, but they're so very resilient.
I bet it doesn't feel like work, and you are absolutely angels, and so wonderful.
No.
I know your charity is registered, it's transparent, so anyone can have a look online and see exactly where the money goes to. Where can they go in terms of the website?
So it's www.droughtangels.org.au, and everything is up there. I'm actually currently working on our this year's financials and annual report, which we've never had to do because of going from a small to a large charity. So, and all of that will be available on our website. Hopefully in the coming weeks we'll have that all tied up and done. So it's a big learning curve, and it's a big responsibility that we take really seriously. But our passion is all about our farmers, and we are farmer driven and farmer focused. So that's the most important thing to us.
Well, thanks for coming on today, Jenny. If you can get a couple of happy snaps, maybe you might need to trick them a few times, but they are stoic. They are so strong. But if we can continue to tell their story, well, then more people are obviously going to hear it. But congratulations on all the great work you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you very much for sharing, and this opportunity to share those moments, because we just need to keep that awareness going, that unfortunately, even if it does rain here in Brisbane or Sydney, it's not raining out in the bush, and they do need you to keep them in their hearts and in their thoughts just a bit longer. Your passion is oozing through the camera there, Jenny. Thank you so much. It is just absolutely wonderful to have you on the show. And yes, they are certainly doing it tough. There's not nearly enough rainfall, and unfortunately the next couple of months don't look that good either. But let's chat again. Drought Angels, thank you very much, Jenny.